the channel. You know who I am. If you don't, I want to introduce myself. I'm Brian the Divine Healer here with you. Just felt compelled to do this video, okay? And this video is going to touch on some very touchy subjects, okay? So I'm going to try to behave, keep it legit, right? You know, for the tube's sake. So, check this out, right? This is kind of near and dear to my heart because there are a lot of different things going on in the world, obviously, as we know, right? But I wanted to really touch on the point of what's going on in the news today, okay? I know that you guys are seeing what's going on in Israel, you know, between the Palestinians and the Israelites and everything. I'm gonna just kind of put that secondary for now. I'm not saying that's not important, but what's more prominent in the news is this manhunt in Maine, okay? Now, we all know this guy's a veteran, right? And I'm sure if you don't know the facts, check it out, right? I don't want to get into all the background and all the other stuff, except for one point, that he is a veteran, okay? So I did my research, right? And, you know, I don't condone any of this behavior because it's absolutely the farthest thing from God, okay? And so I wanted to just touch on this point because obviously this veteran has been struggling with PTSD, straight up, right? And a lot of veterans do, okay? And so that makes it a difficult challenge to work with, straight up, right? Because I've been there, I have severe PTSD, and you know, I've been through some things, right? And I can totally understand, but one thing doesn't really click with me is that though this guy might have had some help in the past, it wasn't enough. Not saying that the people that were trying to help this guy were doing their jobs. Of course they were. But what I really believe with this whole issue is that they're not getting to the core. Okay, they're just brushing the surface, which means, you know, we'll do a little bit of therapy, we'll pump you full of meds, you know, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. But that's not really getting to the core. One, I believe this guy is not in tune with God, so that's his first mistake. For second, the appropriated help that was delegated to him was not sufficient. Like I said, I'm not bashing the people that were trying to help him. It's just, it wasn't to the core, right? And so, not only veterans suffer this PTSD thing, right? I mean, you could get into a car accident and bam, you have PTSD, right? Because PTSD is it's an emotional reaction to a physical trauma. A little tongue-tied over here. I got so much to say. Okay, even the people in Israel and, you know, on the Gaza Strip with the, you know, the Palestinians and the Israelites, they're going through PTSD too, because look at all the poor victims that are going through what they are going through. The bombing, the no electricity, the food shortages, everything. And it's just a shame because I don't really think that we need to resort to violence, right? We need to get to the core of what's really wrong. And between that situation, it's their belief system. It really is, okay? That's just that. Right? So, speaking from experience, the PTSD that I had suffered, I mean, I still suffer with it, but it put me in some dark times. I'm not even gonna lie, because with just scratching the surface and not getting to the root of the issue, we want to find escape. We want to forget about the pain. We want to forget about the memories of what we have to endure. Okay, and it's hard. It is. I think one of the most challenging aspects of my life that I've had to endure, and it's been years. No lie. Like I said, I've been in dark places, done dark things that, you know, I'm not proud of, but that built me to be who I am today. So therefore, if I never went through the experiences that I did, whether good or bad, I would not be able to have found myself in a way that I have. And for one, I've always been of the light and with God, so then I knew that I had that faith in my back pocket. But I ignored him. I really did. I ignored him, and I was trying to be a hero. I was using my own ego, trying to figure out my own problems, when it was kind of just not a waste of time, but it really wasn't effective. Plain and simple, it wasn't effective enough. So I had to do a lot of soul searching, a lot of digging. I had to really go back into my past and see how this all kind of maybe played a part. I had a rough childhood. Things weren't that easy. It was very difficult growing up with a lot of situations and a lot of bad things that happened. And I suffered. Suffered in seclusion, suffered with the escapism. I mean, you name it. But I had to dig deep. I had to dig deep and see where these things were coming from, right? And I had found that a lot of these issues were not my fault. And that one point right there, my friend, is the core of it. When you understand that things that happen in your life necessarily aren't your fault, and you recognize that idea, well then guess what? You're one more step ahead, right? To cracking the root of the problem, the core of the issue. Okay, so I really feel that this guy needs help beyond help, obviously, right? He's in panic mode now because they're really on the hunt for him, and as they should. Because like I said, I don't condone any of this behavior. It's unnecessary, and I really feel that he went the wrong route, right? So just take my advice, my friends. Really sit back and truthfully peel your skin off and look at yourself. Because then you're going to see the issues. You're going to see the roots. Because that's what we need to do. And not just with PTSD, with a lot of things that we go through in life that we're struggling. We need to peel back that flesh to see the root. And you're going to see that a lot of it is not even your issue. Some of it's just generational, right? Just been brought down from generation to generation. And we carry those things subconsciously. And then we don't know why we're doing what we're doing or where it's even coming from. So I looked at some facts and stuff, and the statistics are kind of crazy because I've seen that there are a lot of people talking about this and the stigma that is put on the veterans, right? And it's kind of shameful because the veterans are not carrying the weight of this issue. They're not. Because out of the 10 most worst mass things, told you I'm trying to keep it tame. Only three of those events were at the hands of a veteran. That's a huge number, 3, but it's not strictly just a veteran's issue. It's not. So we need to get that stigma away and really get to the facts of what it is, right? And like I said, 3 out of 10 of those mass issues were at the hands of veterans. And I'm shameful for that. Though I had no play in it, it hurts me to know that this even happened. And innocent lives have just been destroyed because of this, causing what? More PTSD. And how much are we gonna keep going to just drag this out and just be like, oh, we're just gonna scratch the surface and just, mask the issue, okay? Because, that's what a lot of it is. You take some medication, right? You have some inflammation going on. Does it really fix the root of the problem? No, it just masks the pain in the situation, right? It doesn't get to the root. So we really need to dig into that, right? So we need social awareness. We need people to talk to each other. The world we live in now has been separated us by fear, control. And I don't know if that's done intentionally, but it doesn't work because keeping us separate, it's not going to allow us to talk to each other to see, well, hey, I hear what you're saying. Now I can feel confident enough because you're coming out here and you're talking about your things and what you've gone through. And now I can feel comfortable to ease back and now start bringing out some of my issues and scratch that surface deeper to get to that root of the problem. And so, my friends, please, let's just all really take a step back and look, not only one at situations and things, but ourselves, and see where that really is affecting us in our lives, to really see the root and the core of the problems. And once you dig that out, I mean, it's like a weed. Oh my God, it's all over the place, right? But you cut the grass, guess what? That weed's gonna grow back. You dig the root out, you ain't never gonna see that bitch again, right? So I just had to put that out there for you guys. I wanted to just touch on that a little bit. I didn't want to get too deep into it, but I hope that you can relate to this issue and you can really see that there is a situation going on with a lot of us, most of us, all of us, that needs to be addressed. So let's all come together and work this out together as a team, because then we can really fight it and dig that root out. You know what I mean? So with that being said, my friends, enjoy your day. It is Friday, the weekend. Be safe, be blessed, be brave, and be well. Go out and do something fun, right? But I will see you